Hello and welcome to another video of Naval Action with RunGB. Now, the last video I made with, a 1v1 battle with ships that only had one mast, I commented on the fact that, well, having just one mast is actually a pretty big disadvantage in what regards to maneuverability. Now you will be asking, well, why? What the hell? Why does it matter? How many masts do you have? And actually, that's something really important. Now, for this video, that up there is a bot, it's not a player. I'm going to try to show you differential yard used to increase your maneuverability. Now, Naval Ascent is a game with W and S you raise and furl sails. A and D change your rudder. You can see down on the left down corner the rudder moving one way or another as I give commands with A and D. So with those controls you can pretty much control your ship. But if you want the biggest bang of the buck, you have to use differential yard control. Now, this ship has three masts: the foremast, the mainmast, and the mizzenmast. Its mast has different sails. I'm not going to even bother commenting on their name, maybe in another video. But what is important is the yards. The yards are the wooden pieces where the sails are attached to, and you can turn them independently in this game. Now with Q and A you can turn the front yards, the front mast yards, and with Zeta and C you can swivel the mizzenmast and mainmast yards, and with F you enter automatic mode. Right now you can see all the yards are positioned in an angle to take the wind and move my ship forwards. Now what happens if I turn these yards so the wind doesn't affect on them? Well, the ship is actually trying to turn towards port. And what does happen if what I do is to take the wind off the mizzenmast and the mainsail? Well, the ship is actually trying to turn this way. So if now I add rudder into this while keeping the sails of the mainmast and mizzenmast, I'm going to turn really close. What happens now if I'm in with the wind coming from starboard side? Well, if I want to keep on turning, I want the wind to move my ass in that direction. So what I do is to neutralize the foremast, and as you can see, the ship is turning really close. Now I return to standard sails and automatic, and the skipper keeps my sails in the proper angle for this wind. The skipper in automatic what does is to keep your yards in the proper angle to give you maximum speed, but is not concerned about your turn rate. So again, if I want to turn towards the port with the wind coming from this angle, I will use full left rudder while neutralizing the aft. Ooh, I went a little bit too far. There you go. Yeah, like that. You can see that it's really maneuverable by this because you are using differential yards. Now, of course, in a single mast ship, you don't have this. So that was what I was referring to. Now, this is extremely important because, well, if you are sailing downwind, really, you can just turn right and left using just the rudder. It's not going to be a close turn or as close as if you use the yards, but it's going to be okay. But if you are trying to tack against the wind, using the yards independently is essential. For instance, I'm going to try to tack in towards starboard. So, to start the turn, I want to keep the wind in my backside while neutralizing the front yard. I'm doing so, keeping the front yard neutralized. But you will see that there will be a moment where essentially all the yards are neutralized. And that's where the wind won't produce any extra. Well, it's actually not helping me at all. You can see the yards are not producing any thrust at all. Of course, I have some Latin sails. I don't recall exactly how they are called. Those are producing some thrust, and I'm still moving, but really, really slowly. Now, if I try to go further into the wind, I'm going to have to put. Well, I'm going to be shot to pieces. That's to begin with, but I'm going to put my foresails in the direction of the wind. I'm going to change the direction of the yards in those masts. Now my speed goes negative. I'm going to use counter rudder because that way, while I'm moving backwards, the ship will swivel in the direction I want. And as soon as I get a slight angle, I'm going to put all my yards in the proper position, go right rudder again, and there you have attack. I have tacked against the wind, and now I can open my angle from the wind so my sails fill, and I'll be ready to go to full speed. There you go. Now the wind is filling my sails. Now I'm moving away. And that's attack against the wind. So let's do it another time, and this time towards this side. Wind is coming this direction. I want the wind to push my ash. So I'm going to neutralize this with the yard. Front yards neutralized. Okay, we are reaching the point where no thrust is going to be produced. At this point, I'm going to keep the turn, move my front yard towards the wind. Now change my back yards in the other direction. This time probably I won't even have to go opposite rudder, because as you can see, the wind is pushing my nose far away, far away, far away, far away, far away. Automatic. Tack is complete. Let's move forward. So as you can see, it's essential for a ship this big to use sails in manual. I mean, it's a must. You can't tack if you are using things in auto. You simply can't, unless you are going so fast that you can cross the wind and fall on the other side without needing to change your yards. But other than that, you really need to do so. Okay, now let's kill this guy, because of course you all want to see a surprise firing, isn't it? Sword. And well, some hits. Not the best broadside ever, but that's okay. Okay, so now I could actually try to another attack, but that would be suicide in front of all those guns. That's a Trincomalee, a very big ship, bigger than mine. So what I'm going to do is to go this direction. How do I turn this direction? Neutralizing the aft yards. You can see how the rate of turn changed as soon as I stopped using those yards or neutralized them. Now we are coming very close to be in the same direction as the wind. Here I will use automatic, and as the ship keeps on turning, I will neutralize the front yard, and we are in our desired heading. Okay, let's range again. That was a pretty nice position. Let's see if we can. Nice, 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 nice. Extremely good volley there. Now, Bots are very easy to destroy because they don't use repairs. They don't deal very well with flooding. So this is not going to take a lot of time. So yeah. Now this is a very special setting of sails. This is called battle sails. You use it with B. So you can see it's very different from the usual combination of sails you are using by the normal W and S and S, yeah. Okay, got a hit there. Yeah, I would say that was a very successful broadside. So well, we can keep on going, but of course the problem is, well, we have an island in front of us, so soon we are going to have to turn. Okay, so we will have our deck guns to range. That was a hit, so that means that we got the range. I'm going to move a little bit forward and open fire. Okay. So now I have to turn. So how do we turn? Remember, we want the wind to push our ass. As you can see in battle sails, of course, there's a lot less surface, so and less speed, so the rudder has less effect. So when you are in battle sails, you really need as well to use this, otherwise you're going to turn very, very, very slowly. Okay. 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 Well, that was a pretty big hit. Okay, let's put the yards in automatic. And stop the turn there. Oh, he's very close to the shore. Pretty nice broadside. Okay, so I'm going to tack against the wind here. We are going very slow, so probably I'm going to have to tack on irons here. What's tacking on irons? Well, you are about to see. Probably I'm going to give him a rear shot here, but honestly, turning his way with the island there is not a good option. Okay, we are reaching the point where I'm going to the front sail out of the way, and when you cross it, there you have it. There you have it. And you have to keep it perpendicular. As you can see, the wind is pushing my nose, the wind is pushing my nose. I'm already in positive speed, so I go full left rudder and tack complete. This is just logic. It's just using logic where the wind is acting and how you can use it for your favor. Okay, let's keep on going. Let's neutralize the backyards. A little bit. There you go. Now it's turning really, really, really well. And okay, one repair. Why not? Go back to battle sails. Look at him, he's still stuck on irons. He's against the island and the sea, so not a good position to be in. That's too high. I want to shoot lower. That's a good position. That way we will create some holes in the battle line, in the water line, and he will have some problems with flooding. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is, wow, it's missed by a wide berth, so that's good. Okay, actually I'm not going to wait. I'm going to turn around right here, right now, using what we know to turn as close as possible. Stern chasers. Go back to battle sails. Keep the turn. He actually sank. He's actually sinking. So, well, I hope you enjoyed this video on how to use yards. Of course, it's far from perfect. I need a lot of practice myself. So, well, I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. I hope you learned something. It's really interesting how these ships actually handled, and it's really fun to actually investigate how to use the multiple masts of a ship to increase its maneuverability during a game. So I hope you enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching, and see you later.